we also know to break into that NBA pool again after being out a year or two is pretty tough. But his skill level's there. I mean, I think Rondae is a phenomenal player. If he decides to make the PBA his home like I did, and the likes of Bobby Parks and Norman Blacks and even Justin, like he would be a legacy here because his skill level is amazing. He motivates his teammates and he plays the game the right way. And I'm just so impressed with Rondae's skill level.
Do you expect him to become a resident?
I honestly, I hope he does decide to be a resident import here because he'll win a lot of championships. He'll win a lot here. But I know, every player in America, they want to go play in the NBA. And I don't know if that window's closed for him, but I'm sure he's going to give it one last chance. But I really hope he continues to shine here in the PBA.
Sir, you've been, you visited Manila again. How different is this one from the previous ones?
So I was just here about 3 weeks ago when I was here working with the camp. We're talking techs, and we were basically out at the university training camp out there for National University, and that was phenomenal. Get a chance to know the guys, know the players, work with the coaching staff, and give them ideas as well as take some ideas from them. But now watching the level and the skill level of the locals is just tremendous. The guys just get better and better, and the strategic planning of the games, the pick and roll style, and how to defend it is pretty high level. And I think for me personally, it's funny because I've been gone for 20 years. To see all the older people know me and all the younger people go, who's that guy? So, and then they go, Anabayan, that was Justin Brownlee before Justin Brownlee. So it's kind of a very unique situation for me that I've been actually enjoying to be back at this time and be able to walk around and see people and have people remember me, and then some people that don't know me. It's also pretty cool because I remember there was once a time in the 90s where everybody knew Alaska, they knew our legacy. You really couldn't hide from it. So it's kind of cool to be right in the middle, per se, as far as our how would you say our legacy or our stardom.
Coach Jolas, of course, now has a bigger role here with the team.
Yes.
Team manager as well as the coach. What do you
Yes.
think about
I know he's double dipping in both jobs. I know it's a lot on him, but we talk quite often. But Jojo's just a winner. Whatever it takes to be successful, he's willing to do. So he's putting extra time in studying video, preparing for games, and then also trying to work on negotiating contracts with certain players, which we won't get into. But it's out there. The elephant's out there. But Jojo's a good guy, and then he's also a guy that's all about integrity and doing things the right way. We have that Alaska legacy that we've always wanted to play for the right reason. It wasn't always about the money. It wasn't always about the notoriety. It was all about doing things the right way.
John, you mentioned Alaska.
Yes.
And we know Jojo is a big part of that. He
Yes.
was a long-time teammate of yours. And we know how tough-minded an individual he is. But do you see anybody from TNT that is close to that, a tough-minded individual?
Wow. I would say Calvin has that skill level and determination that reminds me a lot of Jolas. When you talk about, people talk about trees, coaching trees, and how it filters into other organizations. When you think about Wilfred Iwitensu and the legacy of Alaska guys, right? Of course, you start with Tim Cone, and then you go see that Jojo's doing what he's doing now with Talking Tex. And then you got to give compliment to Dickie Backman, now commissioner of the sports, if I'm saying it right. And then Johnny's still doing what he's doing. Then with FEU and also with what is it with Magnolia? Yeah. So it's that legacy is still in the basketball community here in the Philippines. Ronnie Santos, Kenneth Duremdes, they're all still having an impact on the basketball world in the Philippines. So that's pretty cool for me to watch from afar, and it's maybe have an opportunity to come back in and have my input on this to some point in the near future.
Are you still interested in a coaching job here because you were once?
Yeah, so that's one of the reasons why I'm back this week. I've actually spoken to to 2 teams currently that are interested in my services, and I'm going to speak to one more tomorrow. Then I'm going to see like if it's the right time, the right fit, and if God wants me to head this way at this time, I'm definitely open for conversation now.
Is those jobs require? Does that job require you to be here?
2 of the jobs will require for me to make a decision to move over here and be here full time, or parts of time. You know, when the seasons are going, like, and right now it's more than conversations I had before in the past, before COVID. It's really in my world for what back in California is doable because now my son is a senior in high school, so now he'll be graduated in May, so he'll be on the way to college. So now I can really see myself making the transition back to Manila.
All right.
Yeah.
All right.